Hey everybody, welcome to the Outlet Podcasts. My name is Gazy, host of the Outlet Podcast, and I do vlogs on YouTube, which you're watching now, and I invite you to check out my Audible content on iTunes, Soundcloud, Stitcher Radio, Blubrry, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. That's where you can find me. Outlet Podcast, and yeah, that's where I'll be. I tried to upload some stuff recently, having some problems with that, but rest assured there will be a lot of good stuff on my podcast. So today, definitely got to go into the About Face, which is more the About Face playlist here on YouTube, are a series of vlogs which are mostly about me. I want to say they're like a diary, but I was trying to conjugate diary. I was going to say diuretical, and that doesn't make sense, and that sounds nasty and icky. Today's episode is not sponsored by Just Water. Just Water. That's all it is. No, actually, if you ever get a chance to purchase this actual like water, if you ever get a chance to buy this water, it's very delicious and very good, and it's just water, which is pretty funny, and it's like a cardboard, very malleable, seems like it's recyclable as well. This isn't paid sponsorship or anything like that. This is just that I bought this. I think it's delicious, and check it out, because for $1 you're gonna have a really good treat, which is a treat. Water. Who would have ever thought? So yeah, just water. Anyways, I had a lot of water recently. Since I'm a Central Floridian native, we got hit with Hurricane Matthew, and it stunk. Wasn't as bad as people make it out to be for Central Floridians in the middle of Central Florida. Those who are on the coasts, that's a different story. I don't know why you people live there. I don't know why people live on the East Coast. It always gets obliterated. Always gets obliterated by hurricanes. Why do you live there? I don't know. That's on you guys. But yeah, you guys, we got hit, and a couple weeks ago, my wife was getting materials. She wanted to buy. She saw like water was for sale, and so she started getting like, the 48 packs or the 24 packs or whatever of bottled water. And so we started getting water, and it was pretty interesting. Like before that, I bought a Life Straw, not sponsored as well, but I bought a Life Straw. And if you want to know what a Life Straw is, imagine a magical device that will filter out so many impurities in the liquid that it will make it so that the most disgusting pond water can be drinkable. That's what the Life Straw is. Check it out on another YouTube video, Life Straws. They're actually pretty cool. I literally grabbed a bunch of dirt, put it in a cup, put some water in, and sucked it up through the Life Straw, and it worked. Very cool. Very, very cool product. So I bought that a long time ago, and me and my wife were not necessarily doomsday preppers. I don't believe in preparing. I don't believe in preparing for a doomsday. I believe in preparing for the sake of preparation. But there are people, and I saw it, tons of people like this. Tons of people who were preparing for this hurricane. They were prepared for the hurricane. Okay, that's fair. But there are people who prepare for economic collapse. People who prepare for Obama because of nothing. People who prepare for Russia because Russia's nothing. People prepare for these various reasons, nothing. And paranoia and fear. That's what dominates them. That's my personal opinion. I don't believe that you should prepare for something be out of fear or out of paranoia. I believe that does something to your conscience, that you become someone who is a sort of conspiracist, if I could say that. And I believe you're that type of individual also is not trusting, and not, and what happens if something were to come to pass and that person is right? Well, still, the manner of which you are right doesn't justify how you became right. I'm all about the process, baby. And so me and my wife, we didn't prepare for economic collapse. We didn't prepare for the Chinese. We didn't prepare for radiation. We didn't prepare for any of that. We noticed that there was a situation happening, and so we decided to prepare. And it's weird because when you're starting to prepare, you don't know what to get. And that's the weirdest thing. You can be in a grocery store and you're like, all right, what do I need? And you don't know what to get. You don't know what's practical. You don't think things out. And that's how I was, man. Let me tell you. I went in there and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to get. What ultimately resulted was buying Halloween candy. Bought a lot of Halloween candy. Bought a lot of not only Campbell's canned chicken noodle soup, but Lipton bags. The Lipton bags of chicken noodles soup, the actual bag. I bought both of those. We prepared as well, getting I think I got potato chips as well, because I realized, all right, we're gonna have a sweet tooth. I would start looking at actual food, and we were like, okay, I wish I actually had a whole watermelon. That would have been very good to get, because a sliced, a half or a quarter watermelon, that might go bad. My wife was looking at a lot of DIY things. We actually, check this out. Our lights go out, and I'm jumping ahead, but our lights go out, and I bought 2 packs of 3 containers of I think it's a butane heater, whatever. The heaters that they put under the aluminum foil, aluminum containers to keep the whatever thing hot during a picnic and stuff like that. I bought those. Very good. Very, 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 very good to get. If you don't do propane, and you don't do coal. See, the problem with doing cooking with coal, is that if you are in a hurricane situation, your lights go out, you can't cook with coal on your balcony at night when it's pitch dark black. I mean, maybe depending on where you are, but if you're in a metropolis, you're not necessarily going to be cooking with coal. That's something I did. That's something that I thought. So I was like, all right, I got coal, but we also got those. I guess they're butane heaters. I don't know. I got those, and so we turned it on, right? But we turned it on in one of the aluminum containers that you buy, right? So it was on, surrounded by the aluminum container, and we hovered over the aluminum container, a small grill rack, and then we put a pan, and now we were able to cook bacon. Very cool. Very, 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 very cool. So those butane heaters are very helpful. If you are in an emergency, grab those. Also, what we did was, I noticed that water in its 2 forms are very important. When your lights go out and you can't have a generator because you're in a metropolis, the next best thing you should do is appreciate water and ice. Appreciate it. Get yourself a nice, good cooler. Doesn't have to be a Yeti cooler. If you want to be that person who spends tons of money, then fine. Get a Yeti cooler. But any kind of heavy-duty, large cooler, get it. And familiarize yourself with the various locations in your city that produce ice. Because bagged ice gets expensive. Because what are people trying to do when their power goes out? They're trying to keep their food good and not spoiled. Food good. So definitely get ice. And ice can't go bad. It just melts. So in the worst case, you're gonna have water. In the worst case, we had tons of water. We filled up our bathtub with water. We didn't know what was gonna go down, so we filled up our bathtub with water. And I think we filled up one sink with water too. So we were okay with water. Everybody goes crazy for bottled water, and bottled water has a plus, and this is it. You can freeze the bottles, and now you have ice. Or you can just drink the water. Either way. So either way, you're gonna have water that's potable, that's drinkable. You're gonna have it, so that's great. And that's what, so we had a ton of that. I made sure we got different things to drink because of making water into ice before the storm. I made sure we got tons of soda. We got soda. We had a lot of juice. Bought a lot of juice as well. Gatorade powder, very good purchase. Get Gatorade powder. Water gets old and stale, and if you run out of food, at least you have some electrolytes. You know what I'm saying? So Gatorade powder is a great purchase. Apart from that, we were able to keep most things cold. We pre-cooked a lot of food because, imagine trying to cook some pork chops, straight frozen. It wasn't gonna happen. So my wife pre-cooked a lot of chicken. Well, pre-cooked chicken. She pre-cooked rice. Pre-cooked what else? Pre-cooked the pork chops, and we were just at towards the in the middle of the storm when the lights went out. We had hot food. Spaghetti is a great purchase. So if you get a chance to actually buy spaghetti, buy spaghetti. You're gonna have water. It doesn't take too much to make. So get spaghetti. Great disaster food. The storm came. It wasn't that bad, you guys. It wasn't too bad for Central Floridians, East Coast Floridians. It was horrible. Haiti, it was dastardly with what went down in Haiti. So, just thank God that I just thank God that me and my wife are okay. So, it was pretty good, and I learned a lot about preparing. Definitely, if you don't know how to prepare for a disaster, an event, don't look up, I don't know, if you want a good time, watch the Doomsday Preppers show. I don't know if it's off or it's still on Netflix. Watch a show. I would urge you to actually watch YouTube preparation videos. What things you need in a first aid kit, things that can be actually beneficial and based off of actual need and actual necessity rather than fear. Because I don't want to buy a gun because I'm afraid of something. That doesn't make sense, and that's not rational. So that's all I got. I had a great experience. I'm gonna be more cautious and more careful. I don't want to say I can't wait for the next storm, but the next event that happens where I have to be prepared, I'm actually looking forward to it, because now that I know, I can be more effective. So that's pretty much all that I want to do as far as talking about Hurricane Matthew. Watch the Jacksonville rocker that has an American flag. The red hair guy has the American flag standing in the middle of the street. That's a very cool, best video to describe what and how Floridians went through the storm. So, my name is Gazy, host of the Outlet Podcast. Connect and recharge.